They're going to hand to Shipley. 4th down, 7.
Yeah, he really has, Joe. He's been a good player for them. He's a safety by trade. They put him in there, and he's the nickel. And
man, good punt. Dobbs over his shoulder, back inside the 15. Can't get to. Jacobs bends it back, and a strong run by the Pro Bowler from.
After that last drive, and LaFleur checked on him, he said, of course, he's good to go, and thankfully it's not his throwing hand.
Yeah, so the left hand. Jacobs again. And a nice lane.
Good block here by Malik Heath, number 18. He seals the edge. You got Wiley, who was picked up, and you see the running lane then that he Tucker Kraft. And outside of Jordan Love, Kraft probably their best offensive player in this offensive arsenal.
On 1st down, Jacobs gets a couple. Tucker Kraft, where he ranks on this team with his catches, leading the team in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns toward his AC.
There are those guys, and I could name them, but not a lot of them across the league.
Jacobs got away from 3rd down.
Yeah, he sure did, and he just was able to beat Aaron Banks right off the line. And Ojomo, he is.
3rd down and 8. That's short of 1st down yardage as the catch is made by Munson made it. We're going to go for it again, and then they had the false start, and they're going to go for it here, it appears, or at the very least try to draw.
Says go.
This is where Patrick Mahomes likes to say, this never works.
Offense number 10, 5-yard penalty.
You know, there was a time, as we know, that you're on your own side of the 50. There's no way you're going for it. Going, well, we'll see.
I feel old. There's a punt by Whelan with Gibson over his head and into the end zone. Hayes looking at his call sheet and awfully frustrated back there.
He was frustrated about the 3rd down play.
Play action, Hurts. A lot of room in front of him. Throws back across the field and is able to complete it to Goddard.
He's the one looking up Watson as he comes off the ball, but he runs that inside breaking route. He's open right in the middle of the field, and this is Matt LaFleur after.
With his defense on the field defending a 2nd down and 2. Hurts, good protection over the middle. It's broken up.
You're going to see him come from the right side of the screen, and Keyshawn Nixon is beat on the route.
That is incomplete, and a dangerous throw for Dotson with Carrington Valentine.
Cannot anticipate that he's going to be able to hold the ball, and on that possession, really good secondary play jumping the football.
And the punt from Braden Mann. Eagles back-to-back 3 and outs, and this is a shank. It checks up. It's a 30-yard punt. I don't know if somebody got a hand on it, but it came off real funny. It's bigger and better every year. Pass is broken up. Quinyon Mitchell, who was nicked up early. Possession for Green Bay. First 3 times they had it, they had to punt.
Well, it's the game like Matt LaFleur expected it. Super Bowl defending champions. It's going to be a tough night.
Emmanuel Wilson over the right side on that pitch. And 3rd down.
Phillips, you're going to see what he's able to do. I mean, he just plays off the defender and then makes a big tackle.
No 3rd down conversions, and that will continue as that ball was batted at the line of scrimmage.
Struggles defensively on 3rd downs. You can see the pressure and gets in on Jordan.
Turner got his hand on that pass. It's 4th down. Another punt by Whelan. Gibson up to get it. Gets a couple of blocks.
Defenses than anything the offenses are doing.
Here is Barkley, able to power for Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts.
Well, if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, you know coming in that the Packers just simply do not give up big plays. That does what the Eagles defense has been doing and keeping the score down.
Barkley able to get a 1st down out to the 40. Flag is down, actually. The 6-time Pro Bowl right tackle is slow to get up.
Boy, he gets clipped right at the end by Evan Williams. He's locked up, and Evan Williams,
as well as he ever has, which is saying a lot. And here's a look.
Here comes Evan Williams.
During the run, holding, defense number 95. Penalties offset, replay second down.
What a career he has had now in his 13th season, and he's been battling through injuries this year quite some time.
So Fred Johnson, who Troy has highlighted a couple of times because he's been that jumbo offensive lineman, the extra man. Now
Jumbo package goes, one that they've had so much success with.
Parsons not out there. Barkley on a similar looking play gets a yard. Bigsby in the game. He doesn't get it. Hurts. There's contact and flag. That pass wasn't catchable.
Yeah, let's take a look at it because there is contact before the ball arrives. There's the contact.
Pass interference.
I think it was a little high as well. I'm not sure he would have been able to make that catch, but it was in the... Check.
Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Second time it's been called.
And it's hard to do. It's hard to hold these offensive linemen at the line of scrimmage and check with as much crowd noise as there is here.
Barkley slipped, able to keep his footing. Flag flies, and Barkley has his...
Replay the down.
Against the center, Brett Toth.
Hold. Barkley comes in. They got Evan Williams, who's filling the gap, number 33. That's where Barkley wanted to go with the football, and as soon as he bounced...
Bigsby.
Yeah, we haven't talked a whole lot about Micah Parsons and what he's capable of doing, but this was a defense that was going to be relying on...
Hurts, quick throw. Ball comes out quick. Smith. One
play. It was a good job. You know, the Eagles are a team, they don't run a lot of these types of screens compared to...
Micah Parsons with a full head of steam. Eagles pick him up, and now it's up to Hurts. Fakes the toss, slides, snap, and a gain of 4. Brings up fourth down.
Yeah, it's, I tell you, boy, playing quarterback tonight is all you want. Impressed with what they've done in this first half.
Man hits a line drive, flag on the play, and the ball checks out near the... To back him up even more. And now they're saying it's against Philadelphia. So initially they said against Green Bay. Now they're pointing Philadelphia's way. And
number 7. Green Bay has elected to enforce the penalty at the previous spot. Replay fourth down.
It's against...
Yeah, you get some big returns sometimes when you make them re-punt.
We're actually looking at a lot these days. Looks like he grabs a hold of him, tries to slingshot past him to give him an advantage to get down to make a tackle earlier.
Down at 17. And another effort by Mann, and this one is not as well hit. On a hot tops. Able to get up near the third return after just a 45-yard punt.
Yeah, about a 25-yard difference after that penalty.
Good math by you. Came back for Christian Watson. They can't get anything going downfield. So they're going to drop it off to Musgrave. And a nice gain on first down. As
they feel the pressure building. Also Love asking if he can work on communicating a little louder in the headset.
Here's a throw.
And it is about sometimes getting the quarterback in some type of groove.
Here's Jacobs, and the tackle is made, and a minute and a half. Love able to sneak through, and
what he sees down the field in the man coverage and just takes off and runs. This is a nice opportunity for Green Bay right now.
Play clock at 4. Love, Jacobs, good throw. Hit Jacobs in stride, and then was carted out of the tunnel. Let's check in with Lisa for an update.
Yeah, Joe, they're calling it an ankle injury.
Big piece of what they do. Second down and 1 for the Packers. Sideline throw, a bobble.
Take a look at that. Yeah, it's a good job by him. being able to secure the football, and Davion Williams, the other they got in the third round. But Romeo Doubs, he was part of that 2 wide receiver draft in 22.
Extra men on the rush. Love able to sidestep for a moment, and now down he goes. That play, and we'll see where they put it down. Right back at the line of scrimmage.
There's still a 4-man rush, and just nowhere for him to try to escape. Nice play there by Nakobe Dean.
Well, it will go down as a sack active. He's going to get that sack, and now the center and 2-time Pro Bowler Elton Jenkins.
Well, Elton Jenkins, he made that move to
off the bench. He made the first 4 starts of the year at right guard. Remember, this possession and this drive got a boost from that special teams penalty on Kelee Ringo. It was Sean Ryan at center. Blitz. Love in trouble. And able to get rid of the ball.
Joe, his arm was going forward, but the ball might have been out before that even happened.
Nakobe Dean, they have not indicated who's on top of the ball.
Well, they're still down there trying to
quarterback. And the Eagles take over, and Jalen Phillips ends up with a ball, the newest Eagle.
Yeah, both of these defenses have come up big.
The year for Jordan Love. And here's the recovery with 50. Jalen Phillips able to get on top of it.
After Jordan Love, and they put pressure on him the second time here, able to get the takeaway.
It's my opinion, but this has been one of the more entertaining scoreless first halves I've ever witnessed. Green Bay defense back to work on first down. Hurts out to his left. Under 20 seconds to go in the half, and Hurts remain after that gain of 4.
The pressure from Micah Parsons coming on. I thought that he was out of bounds. I was looking to.
Hurts, Smith, incomplete. In the last 2 seasons. Not since 2023 when there were 2, and these 2 defenses are flexing their.
Because this is a heck of a route by Devontae Smith, one-on-one, and he gets the separation, but Hurts just unable to really get into the throw.
Devontae Smith, 4 targets, 2 catches, and a handoff here to Shipley, which means that is taken on 4th down by Green Bay. And we'll welcome you inside the broadcast
now for both teams. And, you know, we just got to keep doing it one play at a time. We got to get our pass game going. We've been running the ball decent at times. We just got to find a way to move this fight. This is what happens sometimes when you play good teams, and that's a really good team over there.
All right, thanks so much.
Thanks.
Joe.
All right, Laura, thank you. And that is big Lane Johnson coming back out. Not going to hold him down. Shipley on the return. Hit a wall at the 30, and now we will figure out
Packers pass rush. But I would expect the Eagles to kind of hit the reset button, go back, you know, just try to establish the running game. That's their rush for both sides. Has kept these quarterbacks uncomfortable.
So here they are, starting with a run with Fred Johnson at right tackle and Lane. Offense tonight, where they were through week 9, the points per game, obviously, nope. Blitz off the edge. Hurts keeps. Finds his target, Goddard, and he's got a first down.
Something there and try to take advantage of that. We talked about how aggressive these defensive backs again have been against these receivers.
Hurts keeps it, slings it wide open and inside the 40 with a spinning grab.
Themselves back up with the outside corner, but he did a good job finding the hole.
Here's Calcaterra.
He gets into the middle of the field, and this is one that just gets away from Jalen Hurts.
Second down and 10. Nice kick.
He is so impressive, and if you just look at his numbers, you know, he's been having to answer these questions why he hasn't gotten going. You know,
Packers have made 5 straight third down stops. They don't do it here. Good opening possession, second half.
Yeah, nice job here as he gets into the flat, and Jalen Hurts delivers a good football.
On first down, pressure. Hurts using the legs. Chase.
One-on-one most of the time. Mailata, he's the one having to block Parsons. Parsons gets up the field. Hurts feels him, but because the inside protection is...
Bigsby, right side. Quay Walker slings him down.
He has gained a lot of confidence. He hits this going downhill, and you got Fred Johnson who's trying to get up. He's trying to right in the backfield.
5th tackle of the night for Quay Walker. 2 for a loss on the play, and that was a loss of 3. Play clock was at 0s.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And Jalen Hurts is trying to get the ball snapped, and it's 3rd and long, so you're kind of caught there in no man. If you're Jalen or Nick Sirianni, do you this timeout?
3rd down and 12, and they run it with Shipley over the right side. It's 4th down. And now the field goal unit and Jake Elliott will try to provide the first points. 7 for 9 on the year, and he is able to knock it through. Positive on the sideline, but a frustrating night for each offense. Eagles have the first points. Bo Melton on the return.
Pressure packages that Vic Fangio's dialed up. Some simulated pressures, 4-man rush, and they come back with a 5-man.
Great action to start this drive, and Love with flags on the play. Finally against Philadelphia. 20-yard completion to Christian Watson.
Prior to the pass, holding.
In that first half.
Yeah, no, they're going to get their money's worth when they make that trade, and they have. And he's done a nice job. There's that scissors route.
Jacobs, full head of...
So the Packers starting center Elton Jenkins is officially out for the rest of this game with an ankle injury. We see Sean Ryan in there now.
2nd down and 6. Jacobs able to break that tackle. Nakobe Dean shot through there first. 0 for 5.
Yeah, it has been a struggle for sure. When you look at this, and as
complete. Wicks first, but he's good for 4 and a first down.
Yeah, I know Matt LaFleur, in talking with him, he was sure happy to get Dontavian Wicks.
The first-round pick from Texas out with a bad shoulder. He injured it last week. Watch out. Jacobs is dropped by Jalix Hunt.
He's going to come wide, so he starts out to his left, and Hunt comes right underneath him. And he's right there in the backfield, and Jacobs has nowhere to go.
That's Melton in motion. Love steps up, and he'll go. Get some of that yard
in the middle of the field, and if Love is just able to lay that ball. Zach Vaughn is the one who's the middle linebacker, but you just lay it over him. You've got to find some plays that can get him into a groove.
On 3rd down, Dobbs can't make the dive. Decision by Matt LaFleur. It's 4th down and 9. It would be a 59-yard field goal try from here. The
throw as you can make to give your guy an opportunity. You know, he attempted that one. It's off his hands, and Dobbs, who's got good hands, just not.
Love protected. Incomplete. For wide receiver turned into a cornerback, and Reed Blankenship comes up. But that for it. He went for it. The play was there, and they couldn't make the catch. Underneath for it.
Kind of playing both sides, as you mentioned, at the cornerback position as well as originally at wide receiver.
Windy night, and Matt LaFleur not willing to try the 59-yarder. What a play. That's Devontae. As Barkley is dropped. Good work by this Packers defensive line. 3rd down and 15. Hurts drops it off for Shipley. Long way to go, and he won't get turning it over on downs. This defense with a good play by Devontae Wyatt. They get a 3 and out from Philly.
Yeah, Green Bay playing lights out. Bust offensively. They have had a lot of 3 and outs, and then they have a lot of long drives.
Hard to believe the kind of firepower they have. Here is a good punt by Mann. His best of the night, but into the end zone it goes. Deadline. always trying to improve this roster as Jacobs takes it over the left side and gets. He's had this is such a well-run organization.
It's pretty amazing when Jeff Lurie bought the multiple Super Bowls, and they've certainly done that. It hasn't been impressive what this organization has done that just makes this team better and gives them a chance.
Love keeps protected and delivers, and that's Melton who just for 20.
Yeah, a really good route by him. He was working against Quinyon Mitchell, and that's as tough as it gets.
Here's Jacobs over the right side. Long.
Yeah, he really has, and he gives them a little something. You know, when you think about the Philadelphia Eagles, when they've been at their
2nd down and 8. Jacobs with Jalix Hunt, who I think pushed Green Bay out of field goal range. A 4-yard loss, and instead of trying a 59-yarder. 4-man rush. Pass is caught. That is
he's challenged at the top of the route. He's got to lay out as soon as he comes out of his break. I thought it was a pretty generous spot.
And he's contacted by a defender. It looks right at the line to gain. Very, very tight.
So it is a 1st down and a 3rd down on the tackle. Here's Jacobs. Good run on 1st down.
Good time for play action.
They do it. Flag on the play. Wide open. Watson makes the catch inside the. It looked like Philadelphia came across early. Was there movement by Green Bay?
Eligible receiver and was covered up by a wide receiver. 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
So Darian
personnel in there. They're showing run. It's 2nd and medium, and they go play action, and they get a really nice response from the secondary of the Philadelphia.
Love. Incomplete. Mitchell in coverage.
I mean, he's just stuck right on him. Definitely contact, but I don't know that there was enough there.
Yeah, Troy. Play clock was at zeros. I don't see a flag. And Love just has to throw it away.
I love just poor execution by the receivers.
Whelan hits it, and this will get together and make sure Green Bay kept that ball out of the end zone. They put the ball down outside the end zone, inside the 1.
It's on the line. The right foot was on the line. He touches the ball while still in the end zone. This is a
touchback.
Ruling
on the field is a touchback as the Green Bay player came out on the field.
It's a good call. You can see the right foot of Bo Melton on the goal line.
Well, it tells you what these defensive teams have done.
Here is Barkley.
There you go. The bye week, hanging out with his family, not worrying about trade rumors. He said he knew it was a possibility, but just wanted to be in Philly. He's been saying it all year.
Here is a toss to Barkley over the right side. Nothing as he's forced out by here. And that's basically all Jalen really cares about. And I wish we had time to go into the conversation the two of you had.
3-point win. He's going to be the happiest guy in that locker room.
3rd down and 7. Has to come out to his left. He finds Barkley. 1-on-1 and a spin move, and Barkley still rolling into Green Bay territory and down here.
And see if he can make something happen. And there he goes. He makes Valentine miss, and he's off and running. You know, those in these
all night. He gets 41 there, the longest play of the game on either side. Shoulder pump fake, end zone. It is.
You know, Devontae Smith has to go up and make a play on that, and he does. First big play of the night.
They get 41 from St.
Mary's one-on-one on the safety, Evan Williams, and it's a ball that's just a slightly underthrown, but yet Devontae Smith, you know, he.
Here's Savion Williams on the return, out of bounds at the 25. Packers ball. 1st down. Strong run by Josh Jacobs right up the middle.
You would expect. They're playing more coverage. They're going to protect the deep ball, and they're going to make Jordan Love be patient with the ball. And
Love. Catch is made.
And then, of course, yards after the catch.
2nd and 8. Love out of the reach of Melton. They're still shut out.
Well, it's pretty remarkable when you look at the two losses that they had.
He's played 6 snaps tonight. 3rd down and 8. Sideline. 1st down. That's Wick. Gain of 10.
They're still playing the coverage, but they're soft on the end.
Little pop pass to Savion Williams, and there's nowhere to go. Got half a yard. Well played by this.
He's right there to disrupt the play. That's a great awareness on his part.
Super Bowl win. This is his first game back active. Vaughn coming on a blitz, backpedaling, and the throw out of the
Spot foul, automatic 1st down.
Jihad Campbell with pass interference, restricting Musgrave. 21-yard penalty. First time Green Bay's been inside the red zone. Here's Jacobs. He broke a couple of tackles to Carolina. They were 1 for 5 scoring touchdowns inside the red zone. Here they are with a set.
They have to try to settle for 3.
Jacobs bends it back and fights his way for the touchdown.
It's just great tough running by Josh Jacobs.
And he's in.
He is in.
What an answer by Green Bay after that Philadelphia touchdown. And the extra on his kicking leg. Good snap, good hold, good kick, 3-point game. Pass interference call against Jihad Campbell on the attempted throw to Musgrave, and then Jacob Johnson. Their jumbo package is out there. An extra offensive lineman, and shooting up from the secondary.
See, he's got depth at the snap, and here he comes. His open lane, he goes and takes it and makes a good tackle.
Hurts keeps Goddard, didn't have his head around, and Keyshawn.
Hey, just another look at it here. Yeah, just got out a little bit quick, and
Parsons rushing up the middle. He's picked up. Sideline shot, Devontae.
That Smith was going to come out of the route, but he sold it just enough as though he might go vertical. All the
16 yards on 3rd and 12. Mark that one down. Here's Barkley. Evan Williams. Barkley cuts back, tripped up, short of first.
Couldn't tell if there was a trip. Yeah, there sure was.
Yeah, that's part.
Yeah, I agree, guys. He intentionally sticks his leg out, makes contact with the runner. That's a trip.
The Eagles on 3rd and 2 will use a timeout. They hand it to the up back. That's Barkley, and he's got it the old-fashioned way.